What's up, Illuminerds? It is time for the Power Rangers fandom spotlight, and I'm here with the one and the only Chris Cantada. Sir, thank you so much for your time. I really
Hello.
appreciate
Yeah, this is an honor for me.
it. Now, you've been part of the fandom for a while now, and I feel like you're in the Power Ranger fan film and Power Ranger video side. You are a staple. Can you tell me how you initially got associated or got intertwined into this universe?
Yeah. Um, I was born in '85, so when I was when I was a kid, who would at that age would watch TV, it was the perfect time for Power Rangers. So um, for sure, I grew up watching the originals, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was at that perfect age to really consume it, and then life happened, and I went to other things. But I can remember in, I guess, 2013, 2014, when the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers was coming up. I remember it was just blowing up on my Facebook, where Tommy was going to come back for the whole Super Mega Force thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, whoa, wow, there's still Power Rangers. I mean, I knew there were still Power Rangers after Mighty Morphin, like, because I also watched Zeo and stuff, but like I never knew like it continued until 20 years later. So I figured I wanted to like cosplay the Green Ranger at that point, like 2013, because I was already cosplaying like Star Wars stuff, like this, like stormtroopers and stuff. Star Wars was my main fandom in my 20s. Like
Hmm.
I go to Star Wars celebrations. Like I've been to uh, Star Wars celebration when it was still in Orlando, like in 2007, and then uh, yeah, Star Wars was my whole thing, and then I just wanted to like try something new
Hmm.
in the cosplay circuit. So I got my first Green Ranger costume here locally.
Hmm.
Uh, and then I felt it wasn't a complete experience if I didn't do like a morphing video.
Yeah, yeah.
I like an iPhone type of iMovie quick edit.
Hmm.
And then I uploaded it, and then I let it be for a couple of months. Uh, and then I came back to it, and then I was just surprised like how many people were viewing it and
Hmm.
how many subscribers was trickling in, because I initially put up that YouTube channel um, for my like the, in my 20s. I was my career was in music, so I was a recording artist here in the Philippines in my
Hmm.
early 20s until like the but my I guess 2008 2009. So that YouTube channel was for like music stuff,
Hmm.
and I uploaded that video. Somehow uh, it it was a pretty good video,
Yeah, yeah.
and I did it again, and then it just so happened I continued doing it, but instead of just morphing, I put in stories
Hmm.
into it,
Hmm.
so that it wasn't just any other video out there where fans are creating their morph videos. I wanted to add something a bit unique, and
Yeah.
then just short skits, and then it just uh, yeah. And how many years later? That's that's how it went.
That's amazing. You probably don't remember, but when I first, got reintroduced to the Power Ranger fandom, you're a little bit a part of it because you had put me in one of your videos for Power Morphicon. I was an Alpha 5 cosplayer, and you added me in the video with, I think he was your little cousin or something, and I just got like, I just watched the video to all the cosplayers, and I was just like, wow, this thing is still a thing. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole fandom, and I loved it. I To this day I loved it, and I think I can speak for both of us. It kind of I feel like it kind of put us in a different place beyond Power Rangers and to do different things. Like I see you interviewing the MCU actors, and you get to all these special experiences. Would you say that it was because of Power Rangers?
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't have even thought of, being part of this other world, like that the press
Yeah.
world. Never thought. Like, but the growth of my channel, luckily enough, was the thing that helped me, help open doors for me here locally,
Mm-hmm.
when it came to, um, doing things like that, doing things for other franchises, for
Mm-hmm.
other fandoms. uh so yeah, it definitely helped for sure,
Awesome.
because I guess in this world where views and numbers are one of the things that, uh companies take in, like, in high regard.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the case,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
since it's the case, I'm lucky enough that, I have the views, and then, yeah, they got interested, and then it just opened those very cool doors, and
Yeah.
I would never have thought at all. Like, my first one was, for Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to interview Chris Evans, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan,
Yeah.
and Joe Russo. And, man, it's like, when I got the email, I was like, how am I sure that this is real? Like,
How is this real?
I'm not just being punked. And then I had a meeting with, Disney Philippines here, Marvel
Mm-hmm.
Philippines. So it was like,
Is it
it
real?
didn't sink in until they actually flew me, because the junket was in Singapore.
Okay. Okay.
So I didn't believe it until I landed in Singapore. So that was really great. To be really honest, I was like pinching myself the whole time.
Yeah.
And then right after that experience, that was something I really wanted to continue doing. And luckily enough, I get to be part of, these junkets where the movies are the stuff that I really am passionate about, like
Yeah.
Marvel, Disney, and all
That's
that
awesome.
Netflix stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, it's such a cool experience, and the Ranger community is so proud of you for being able to do all that. But going back to your original YouTube channel with the Power Ranger content and the fun videos, can you talk me through the process of how you decide on which videos to make? Because a lot of it will coincide with current stuff that's coming out. I think I remember the last one
Yeah.
was when Morbius came out. How
Yeah, yeah,
what's the process of that, and um, what's the process of you finding like these cosplayers to play these roles to fit into your narrative for your story?
So it started out when I was doing skits early in the early years of my YouTube channel. It was, purely like hardcore Power Rangers, like,
Yeah.
everything, all the skits revolved around Power Rangers. But, just like everyone else, I love other things, and, I wanted to somehow incorporate that into my videos. But I also learned through experience that when people subscribe to you, they subscribe to you for a particular or a specific reason. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's Power Rangers. So, uh, I tried doing a non Power Ranger video,
Mm-hmm.
didn't do well. So I learned from that if I wanted to share my love for these other fandoms, I had to make them cross over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I always have to have a Power Ranger element when I am interacting with Ant-Man or with Captain America or with, uh, every other character that I've done in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
And I I wanted to feel um, like it's somewhat of work for me.
Yeah.
I wanted to feel like I'm not just slacking around.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to feel, because obviously this is what I do full time. So I just don't want to be like, uh, I'll I'll rely on my old videos, and
Complacent.
then
Yeah.
just just lie around. So every time there's a movie that comes out that I love,
Mhm.
and obviously in the past few years, like the Marvel universe, the DC, they're always coming out with stuff. So it's a lot of content for me to do. So when, let's say, Avengers comes out,
Mhm.
um or another movie, like I did one with Alita, with Bumblebee,
Yeah.
I try to really push the what my creativity can come up with, so that these characters can kind of live in the world where I live in, which
Yeah.
is Power Ranger stuff. So for the recent ones, yeah, Morbius was a recent one, and then I also did one that just came out recently with a Jedi versus a Ranger, because of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I
Yeah.
love so much. But for the majority of my skits in the past few years have been with a single, like one or two specific cosplayers here, who his name is Prince de Guzman. He is such a talented cosplayer and prosthetic artist,
Okay.
because he was Morbius. He made the whole prosthetics. He was also Pennywise in my other skit. He was also uh, the Witcher. He was a lot of stuff in
Yeah.
my, and it feels like I found someone who gets me here in the local scene,
Yeah.
because it would be so cool to, if I lived in Los Angeles, where there's just a lot of actors to to contact, a lot of
Yeah.
cosplayers, um, but eh, but here it's just little small circles, but strong connections with these small circles. So
Mhm.
I was very lucky to find a friend and a collaborator with, yeah, Prince.
Nice. Now here, like in the US, like we consume your content and fully love and embrace it. And it's not too unusual to see this type of stuff on YouTube. But how about in the Philippines? Like, what is the initial reception of some of the content that you have, in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's uh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
but because the content is so uh it's very American. Like,
Uh-huh.
even how I speak in my videos. If I'm not speaking to you, if I'm speaking to someone here, my accent will just go to full on Pinoy,
Yeah, yeah.
Filipino. But since the videos, I made it a point to make these videos in English, so that it can reach an international audience. So the majority of the people who watch are from the States.
Hmm.
And then, just in the past 5 years, my Philippine viewership has grown a lot.
Hmm.
So I'm also happy with that. But yeah, majority, it's not. I may have like a million like subscribers, but it's not like I go out and people recognize me. It's like it's very normal. It's very normal here,
Yeah.
which I actually really like. I appreciate that.
Nice. Now, did you have a lot of background within content creating, like directing and
Not at
writing
all.
scripts and stuff like that prior to your YouTube channel?
No, not at all, man.
Yeah.
Like what I said before. I was like a musician.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm 37 now, so I was a musician professionally. Like when I was 21 years old to around 27.
Hmm.
Like I had a I had 3 albums with my band
Hmm.
under Universal Records. It was so music, man. I was the drummer. Like my mind was, I had you know doing it was not even in the stars when
Yeah.
I was in
Yeah.
my 20s. And then when I did this, it just I learned as I go.
Nice.
And even until now, I still wanted to feel like um it still has that little amateur. It hasn't reached like it hasn't past that level where it's like, whoa, that's like a legit film.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still wanted to be below that just so that it still has that essence of it can make people who watch the videos tell themselves, oh, I can do this too, you know,
yeah,
because it's not like way up there. Like
yeah.
I'm
Making
not
it
like,
attainable.
yeah.
Yeah,
And because I do videos once a week, so it's like it doesn't have to be skits once a week, but I uh, I constantly try to, you know, work and do all these videos. And obviously, if I wanted to make it really, really, really good, I can't just I can't just release these videos once a week. You know, it would take
yeah,
a
yeah,
long time. But
yeah.
I like the whole quick, snappy, comedic
Hmm.
type of content that I put out.
I like
So
it.
like compared to what like DJ does with Bloodline or with Unworthy
Hmm.
and with the other great productions, like I'm actually so happy that that there's content like that
Yeah,
because it's like super good. It's like amazingly done,
yeah, yeah,
and since I know some of the guys also, it's like it's really great to see how the community has really really took
yeah,
like they took the time
yeah.
to really make this awesome stuff, and I feel like I'm like very much happy um, in the place that I'm in. You know,
That's nice.
I'm not delusional to think like I'm at their level.
Nice.
But it's I love watching their stuff, and there was like an issue before. You know how social media can make you
Yeah,
they
yeah.
try to like make you fight
Put you
against each
against each
other.
other. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because they're saying, hey, why can't you be like them, or the
Mhm.
other like uh the other side of it, like some, why can't you be like Chris?
Yeah,
And you know, we have our own paths, we have our own
yeah.
roads, and
And if anything, it's better for the fandom because you get so much content from
yeah,
in so much different content that it
exactly.
really enhances it.
Yeah,
Now,
so I
speaking,
really, yeah,
yeah, sorry about that.
no, sorry.
Speaking on that though, you've gotten to work with, being a Power Ranger fan, you've gotten to work with some of the legendary Power Rangers. Can you tell me about your first experience with it, and does it um, ever still feel kind of unreal that you get to work with your childhood heroes?
Oh yeah, it's still unreal. um I feel so, it feels good knowing that I'm still uh working with these really good great actors in the Power Rangers world.
Hmm.
My first one was actually uh, I think it's Christopher Camenley.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, and at that time, I just came home from Power Morphicon 2014.
Hmm.
I binged In Space and loved it so much, and then somehow he was also commenting on the videos that I put out,
Hmm.
and yeah, I just messaged him, and then he replied, and then we did something really quick. Um, that's how I learned how to create or edit or direct someone who's not in the same country as me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're talking to each other, but we're I'm editing it to seem like we're both in the same place.
Hmm.
So that's how I did it with the first few Rangers. So yeah, Christopher Kimenly was the first, and then Yoshi was next,
Hmm.
and then it just happened uh, beautifully.
Yeah, I
How,
do I do
how was
like
it?
how seamless they are, especially when they're in different countries.
Yeah.
Are you in charge of trying to pick the right location to kind of
Yeah.
match up with your spot?
I try to make the location somewhere where I can kind of connect it with my house, like
Yeah, yeah.
my backyard, my garden. So even when I'm in the States, I always make it a point to like link up with some people there.
Uh-huh.
So like when I shot skits with uh, Allison McInnes, with Austin
Reggie
St.
roll.
John,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's I always I never shoot just to make it quick because I don't want it to be like a whole day shoot for
Yeah.
these guys. So how I make it quick is I just film all their sides.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I have my camera, I feed them the lines, I say, and then I do this with my hand. And I said, this is me.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at this, you look at my hand. So
Yeah.
while I'm shooting them, they're looking to the right or to the left, and then they just say their lines. I make it a point to fill them like in a park or something, just so that I can link it up with the parks here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're done in an hour. And then when I get home, I film my sides.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like we're talking to each other, but we're not.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing. The most recent video you put out, it was was it the where it is a collaboration with all the Rangers where they're punching each other?
that was like I guess around two years ago during the
Okay.
pandemic. Just so that because I saw this fight, like hashtag fight challenge, where a lot of what do you call this stunt performers did that
Yeah, yeah.
challenge on TikTok, and I wanted to try to do that for the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
So I got cosplayers, and I also got the actors who I've worked with in the past, and then some new actors who I haven't worked with who
Mm-hmm.
were gracious enough to film themselves. So that was really fun.
That was really great. That was really great. Last question. So the Power Ranger, universe is, changing up. But yesterday they announced that there's a new showrunner going. It's gonna. I think everything's gonna be on Netflix. How do you feel about the future of Power Rangers as it's going right now?
I I I am a I'm a sponge.
Yeah, yeah,
It's basically I I don't know. It's just something with me. Like I love everything that comes out. Like the 2017 movie, I
yeah. Great
love
movie.
that, and everything else that comes out. It's I don't make it's just for me personally. I don't make it a point to really take things so seriously
Yeah, yeah.
when it comes to like how is this canon, or is this why is the storyline like this, why are there loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
I just enjoy the feeling of of experiencing these the content that Power Rangers put out.
Awesome.
I mean, whatever happens in the future, um, I have a I have a strong feeling that no matter what, I'll be supporting it,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a fandom that I enjoy. I
Yeah,
love. I It has changed my life, and I know, because I've been writing scripts. I've been doing all these skits. I know how hard it is to
yeah,
create something original. I mean, these people who will be doing this Netflix show, they're not gonna they're not gonna make you know something that will be exactly like Mighty Morphin, because what's the challenge there, right? I mean,
mm-hmm.
these people are professionals. These people are so good at what they do. Why would they want to just do exactly the same thing as happened in the 90s? Obviously, they want to make it different, put their own spin on it, and I respect that for sure, because
Yeah,
I've been doing. I know how that's like to try to do something you love, try to put your own spin on it, try to be creative, try to be challenged,
yeah.
and you can't just copy what happened.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a lot of fans. It sometimes really surprised me how like people really just want the original.
Hmm.
Like in like when it like example when it comes to the suits, they literally want the spandex and diamonds for the movie. But
It doesn't translate.
if you're gonna do if you are in charge of trying to reboot a franchise and try to make it different,
Hmm.
you're not gonna do that, right?
Yeah. It doesn't translate as well. It doesn't translate as well. Thank you, sir, so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to more and more of the content you're going to put out. Is there any special projects you wanted to promote, or anything that you got coming up in the future that you want everybody excited to see?
No, I'm always trying to do new stuff. So uh they'll just see it on my channel in the
Yeah,
next few weeks. So
awesome.
I still don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm always I like working on the fly. Like when something happens, when something that interests me, I like to work on it right away.
Yeah.
I try to plan ahead, but
Hmm.
sometimes it's nice to be a bit spontaneous.
Hmm.
So yeah, they'll check it out on my channel, Chris
Yeah.
Cantada Force, and hope they subscribe. And
Yeah.
if they check it out if they want some Power Rangers goodness.
Yeah, all the links will be in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, sir.
You too, man. Thank you.
All right.